Hi, this is Kim Peck at My Stamping Garage, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card. This is actually the third card in my March 2022 card kit to go. It's a card class to go kit. It comes with everything that you need to create this card. The only thing you might need beyond this is adhesive. I do include specialty adhesives like the mini glue dots and the dimensionals, but just your regular glue to do your layers, you will need that, but everything else is included, including the greetings. So you'll have, I think I include like 15 different greetings, so for the 12 cards that you'll make, so you get to pick and choose which greetings you would like. So let's go ahead and get started on this card. I want to show you a couple things that we used. First of all, this paper, this background paper, which I love, comes from the In Good Taste set, and this set comes with 24 sheets of designer paper in it, so you get quite a bit for your money, and they're all double-sided. So and this is the piece I used right here, but a lot of them are like wood grain or tile, brick, different textures. This is such a beautiful set of paper. It is retiring, so if you don't have it, you might want to get it before it retires. It is in the annual catalog. The item number is 152494. And then the other item that I used, which is also retiring, is this set of iconic dies. I have loved these since the first minute I saw them. They're such a beautiful set of dies. They don't have a coordinating stamp set, so it's just this set of dies, but they are so useful. There's a little flower or a branch here, and then flowers that you could put on that. There are some larger flowers with leaves that overlay each other. These mushrooms, which are what sold me on it. A fern, which is also beautiful. This bee and this bird. So I think this one gets overlooked in the catalog a lot because it doesn't have a coordinating card set or stamp set, sorry. But this one, if you haven't looked at it before, I would recommend go to page 163 in our annual catalog and see this set of dies. I absolutely love it, and it is retiring. So it'll only be available while supplies last, or May 2nd, whichever comes first. So you get 11 different dies in here, and it is $29. The item number for that is 155965. If you have any questions about that or want to find out more about it, you can email me at kpeckstamp@gmail.com. You can also order them on kimpeckstamps.stampinup.net. Okay, so let's jump into this card. This one is probably one of my favorites from this month. I try to include one that looks a little more masculine, but this one could go either way. So we are using a crumb cake card base. So we're just going to fold that in half. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my white layer to the inside. And then I will go ahead and add this layer of designer paper. Now you'll notice this is going the opposite direction on this one. Here the grain is going across, and here it's going up and down. But what I have found is it looks great either way. So if you have some of each, don't worry, it'll end up looking good. And I'm going to layer that about probably 3/4 of an inch from that bottom edge. And then we're ready to add our layers. I did die cut, pre-die cut everything, and these ferns I've actually added some background adhesive, so yours will probably not be attached to the paper. I think only one other set was, but there is a liner on the back, and you will peel that white liner up, and it turns this into a sticker, basically. I put the adhesive sheet on before I cut them out. It's so nice with a really intricate die cut like that to have that adhesive on there so that you're not trying to stick it down with, liquid glue or whatever. It's just so much easier this way. So I've done that for you. And then we have our first little mushroom. And I'm going to put him on that. If you have some little pieces stuck in there, you can knock them out, or it looks fine either way. I mean, if you leave them, that's okay too. And I am going to add some adhesive to the base here and lay that down on top of my fern. And then for the cherry cobbler one, this one was soft suede. This larger one is cherry cobbler. And for that, I am going to pop it up just a little bit. So I'm going to use my dimensionals. There's a large one. And I did include some of the mini dimensionals in yours. So you could use one of those if you'd like to on, I think I'm going to put one on this side and maybe one on the other side of the mushroom. Whoops. That way they're not showing through the holes, but you still get a nice popped up image. Take the backing off. Which is always easier to do when you're not on camera. And then I'm going to layer that so it's overlapping that brown mushroom just a little bit. And then last, as far as the layers go, I'm going to add my greeting. Now with this one, I would probably put it in something like that. You can move this stuff closer to the edge if you want. It really just depends on what you want it to look like. In this case, I would probably put this flat. On this one where I had more space, I did pop it up a little bit with the dimensionals. So that's totally up to you. If you did pop it up, it would look something more like this. And then, go ahead and do that. I'm going to put mine flat. Okay. And then you'll find in your little baggie, you have embellishments in here. You have 3 ladybugs, 1 for each card. And for these, you will need the mini glue dots. So, you know what? I'm going to tear this off so I'm not dealing with this whole roll. Okay. So you're going to take those little dimensionals and you're going to put your ladybug right up against that dimensional and then pull it off. You might have to twist to make sure it sticks there. And I had put mine over here on the edge of the mushroom. You could put it over here if you prefer. And then I am going to add the metallic, these brushed metallic embellishments. And there should be enough for 2 for each card. So I'm going to use my pick tool. And with this, when I'm trying to get it off this plastic, normally this is a big sheet. With these strips, it's a little harder. But basically, I do a push and slide and it comes off a little easier. So I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to push this down and then I'm going to slide it, and it's much easier to get off from that plastic sheet. And there is our finished card. If you have questions, I can be reached at this email, and you can place orders at kimpexstamps.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.